Everybody, this is Scott from Comic Book Hangover with another weekly haul video. Of course, it is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday, and that means it's time for one of my weekly haul videos. It was kind of a small week, I guess, smallish week. I know the past recent videos I've been getting a lot of books. So this one here, it's kind of a more of an, I guess, normal size week for me. So we're going to start off with a book that I picked up last week. We're also going to show some of the books that I'm going to use to fill in the blank spots on my wall. So the one that I picked up last week, this was sort of a late week buy, or a late day buy, I guess you could say. I picked it up Friday or Saturday because I hadn't realized that the issue had come out. It's not a book that I normally read, and it's going to be The Avengers. This is issue 23. This continues the Ghost Rider storyline, and from my understanding, is kind of a lead-in to the upcoming Ghost Rider ongoing series featuring Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, the only two Ghost Riders that I really like. So unfortunately, it means in order to read this book, I have to deal with Robbie Reyes, one of my least favorite characters. I refer to him as Ghost Driver. I don't. It's just the idea of a Ghost Rider driving a car just doesn't appeal to me at all. But this one, you've got Robbie Reyes versus Johnny Blaze in a traditional Ghost Rider race, and it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see when this new Ghost Rider series picks up, when it starts. Where does Robbie Reyes fit in the whole Ghost Rider mythos? I mean, if we're up to me, he'd just be forgotten. He'd just be done, just gone and done away with. So, but it's not up to me. So we'll just have to wait and see what Marvel has planned for him, if they have anything major planned for him. So for the new books that I picked up this week, we have Death's Head #3. Death's Head, of course, is one of my favorite characters of all time. So happy to find out that he was finally getting the miniseries that Marvel promised years ago. The writing is really good. They do keep Death's Head within character. I'm not sure how I feel about all of the sort of cheap shots at him being obsolete and being old. Death's Head is known for being more than willing to adapt to new things. He's a traditionalist, but he will adapt. So the whole idea that he doesn't know about new tech just doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't really jive with me. But it's still a really fun read. If you're a Death's Head fan, you should definitely check it out. But I grabbed this one here. It's a regular cover. I also grabbed because you never know when we're gonna get another Death's Head book, and I kind of want to have a bigger statement of Death's Head in my collection. I grabbed the variant cover, which I do believe is another connecting variant. So if you look on the side here, you do see what looks like the beginnings of another picture. Issues 1 and 2 had connecting variants. So I'm assuming that means issues 3 and 4 will have connecting variants. But Death's Head, good fun read, great character, one of my all-time favorite characters. And Elvira, Mistress of the Dark #9, recently, as recent as this week, she celebrated her birthday. It's hard to believe the woman is in her 60s. She looks amazing, so happy belated birthday, Elvira. This one here, as I was looking through the solicits to decide what cover I wanted, this was the cover that spoke out to me the most. It just, I don't know what it is about it. I think it might be the colors, but the art is amazing, and it wasn't until after I contacted my LCS to see if they could pull this specific cover for me that I realized this is Kevin Eastman. This is awesome. They're like, dude, that did Ninja Turtles just drew an Elvira cover, and it's in my collection. I love it. It's also a pretty decent story. Actually, I should talk about the story as well. It's picks up after her adventures in Hell, and because she was in Hell, I guess she has some. There's some of the essence of Hell, I guess you could say, is still on her or in her, and it brought her to the attention of this sort of fly-by-night cult who's wanting to bring a demon to Earth. And since she has basically a Stygian essence on her, they want that to power the spell that they're going to produce to bring this demon to Hell. So it's really fun and makes me happy because I originally thought issue 9 was going to be the final issue for the series, but they have a next issue blurb at the back of this one, so maybe that means we're going to be continuing Elvira for a little bit longer. I really hope so. She does reference issue 12 in this issue, so hopefully that means Elvira is going to be around a little bit longer because I really like reading these books. So the next one I grabbed this week, Guardians of the Galaxy #9. This continues the Universal Church of Truth storyline and also features the rebirth of a character kind of a rebirth, kind of a throwback. I'm not sure where they're going with it. It also does bring back another character in a different form. If you read the book, you'll understand what I mean, especially if you're a longtime fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, and even like the Marvel Cosmic, going all the way back to the original Infinity Gauntlet. There's some things in here that are really, really interesting. So, and I'm also glad that they're finally treating Guardians of the Galaxy as a serious team book. It seems like ever since the movie came out, they've been treating the characters in the book as just sort of just a joke, and that's not the Guardians of the Galaxy that I like. So I'm really enjoying this book. Donny Cates is doing a great job on this series. I know he's a very prolific writer. He's all over the place. I'm wondering if he's going to try to tie this in with some of the other stuff that he's doing. But I do want to take a second just to say thank you to Donny Cates for doing Guardians of the Galaxy and treating it with respect and treating it right. This is the book that I've been waiting for, and I'm really curious where you're going to take this concept. I'm really curious, especially after reading the last page on this issue. I'm really, really curious where you're going to go with it, and I'm along for the ride, dude. So thank you very much for Guardians of the Galaxy. Next up, Skottie Young's Middle West, issue 11. This was a series that I swear a couple of issues ago I was as much as I enjoyed it, I was really ready to drop it. But then we find out that Abel, the little man here, he's part of it. He's not a mutant or anything like that. He has these powers, sort of elemental powers, because it's sort of a bloodline thing with him. His dad has elemental powers as well, and in I think it was the last issue, he meets his grandfather, and he has elemental powers. So Abel has decided that despite family lineage, despite what he is, that is not who he is, and he is doing anything and everything he can in his power to not be like his dad or be like his grandfather, even if it means he doesn't escape a very dangerous situation, which is what he finds himself in this issue here. So we're getting the fallout from his first adventure and his finding out about his family, and his tying, it's sort of melding in with this new situation that he finds himself in, which is pretty nasty. And you're also finding out this kid, I think he's actually getting some control over his powers, because he does get very angry in this one, but he doesn't unleash any of his powers. He does beat the crap out of somebody, but whatever. It is what it is. It's a great read. It's a really fun book. If you haven't picked up any copies of Middle West, I do recommend it. I think the first trade paperback is out now. I do recommend, very much so. So the last books that I picked up this week were the reprints. We got the True Believers. I love the True Believers. I've got over 100 of them now. I don't have them all. Not saying I have them all, and I know there are people out there who have all of them and have an epic collection of True Believers. I only have, I don't know, I probably come up on 120, but this week I grabbed the 3 Hulk ones. So we got Mr. Fix-It, Incredible Hulk True Believers. We've got the Professor Hulk, which I do want to read this one. I've always liked this cover, so I'm going to read this one. And Hulk Returns, which is a reprint of Avengers 682. I could be wrong on that, but this was the first appearance of Immortal Hulk, who's making all kinds of noise in the back issue market today. So if you missed that first appearance in that Avengers book first time around, this is the one you want to pick up. This is the reprint of the first appearance of Immortal Hulk. So those are the books I picked up. A lot of fun reads. I really enjoyed all of them, and yeah, with the Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm glad to see that Elvira may be sticking around for a little bit longer. Middle West is a lot of fun. So to fill in the gaps on my wall this week, I have decided to go with Darkhawk number 50. This was an issue that wound up getting me, I think I have multiples of some of the final issues, because I needed this one, and I got it off of eBay, and I could only get it in a lot with other books, but Darkhawk number 50. And because we've got a new issue 1 coming out in a couple of weeks, Ghost Rider, Volume 2, number 1. This book here, it is a little beat up. It's a little worn, some breaks on the spine, but this is the book that, probably out of all the books I have in my collection, this is the one that's worth the most to me. This was the book that started my collection. If it wasn't for this one, I would not be reading comic books today. So regardless of how poor of a condition this is in, I am always going to keep this book. And honestly, I would like to get it signed by the creators and then have it graded, just because I can. And finally, because I'm still reading her, Sensational She-Hulk, number 7. I'm well on our way to the final issue of issue 60, and it's also nice to see that She-Hulk is getting some attention. I know some of her books that are actually making waves because of the announcement of the Disney Plus TV series, which honestly I'm very excited about. I'm really eager to see what that book, or rather that series, is going to be like. So it all depends on how they portray Jennifer, and hopefully, because I've heard rumors they're talking about changing her origin, I hope they don't change her origin, because I always liked her origin. I don't think you should change characters' origins because, oh, it doesn't fit modern times or all that nonsense. That's her origin. That's how it is. That's how it should stay. They could do a variation on it, but the essence of her origin should remain the same. So those are the books I got. Let's go ahead and put them up on the wall and see what we can do. All right, there you go. Here is the wall. Got Darkhawk and Death's Head and Ghost Rider, She-Hulk, some classic stuff up there, at least classic for me, and some great reprints. Gotta love those reprints. Man, I just cannot get over that cover, that Elvira cover. Man, I wish I could get that glare off of there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, just have a great week. I hope everybody's new comic book week this week was really good. Hope you got some great books. Enjoyed every single one of them. I'd like to check out videos, or have conversations with people about. You know what? I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I'm just trying to wrap this up. So hey, everybody have a great week. Hope everybody had a great new comic book day yesterday. Got some great books. I'm really loving this Death's Head. I just, man, I'm so happy. It's just too bad that this is a 4-issue miniseries. Hopefully they're able to do some more with it. So anyway, I'm sorry I'm kind of distracted right now. I'm trying to get some stuff going around. We got to go over see my dad. So he won an award yesterday. I want to go over there and take a look and congratulate him in person. So I'm just going to wrap this up right now. So everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe, share the video, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the books that I grabbed. If you agree or disagree with what I said about any of them, let's have a conversation. And we will see you guys next week.